Davidson, number 29, Tyler O'Hara, setting on the point with fast time. There's Rapp, number 1, our champion, Steve Rapp. And number 45, the youngster from West Bend, Wisconsin, Benny Carlson, looking to bring it home for his fans here in his home state, at his home track. The light goes out and away they go. Tyler's already in a tuck and in the lead.
Big start by Kyle Wyman. He jumped up and he's right there, equal the front row. I think he's the second man in line. He got a good start, so keep it on 33.
I don't know how they do this. They're 5-6 wide right now. Somehow they'll all try to find a way to get 1 or 2 wide and make it all the way through turn 1. There's Eslick. He's on the move. He took the long way around that corner and picked up a couple of spots. It's a dogfight right now for every spot on this racetrack. As promised, these guys are going at it, and lady, here at Road America.
Right away they are, and Eslick had to make a big move in one, like he said. He knows he can't afford to let these guys at the front get away for a minute, so he's got to be, when he gets down to turn 5, he needs to be really outbreaking some guys. He's already made a nice move. Big drag race down the straight.
Everybody's still racing for supremacy, trying to get as far up this field as they can during these opening laps when they're trying to get the tires up to temp. A lot of guys are taking a chance here and trying to get as far up in the order as they can here in the early going. And Scott, it is really a good race thus far. Everybody's still up, shiny side up, rubber side down. That's good.
That's always important right now, but the pole sitter looks like he's leading it as they come down into turn 8 right now. Tyler's going to have his hands full. Everybody's going to be gunning for him right there. He's able to hold that lead out, Barry. He wants to get up there and control the pace of this race.
Tyler's a real passionate rider. He knows how to get it done. He gets very excited. He gets very aggressive. There's Rapp, number 1, out on the high side, and he's challenging on the high side. And did he not do it, Scott? He went all the way around. Impossible.
What do they call that? High, wide, and handsome in dirt track. He went right around him, looked easy, and that will wake Tyler up right there because the number 1 looks like he's on a mission, Steve Rapp.
I don't think I think Tyler did not see that coming. That is the long way around. And Rapp said, okay, you guys, not pole putting around the bottom, but maybe not as fast as he thought he could be. And he went to the high side, committed to it, and got the job done. And now O'Hara is under pressure from yet another rider as they are rocking and rolling. And I believe that's Kyle Wyman, number 33, up in the 3 spot.
Yeah, he tried to make that move on Tyler, and Tyler fought him off as they went into the cannon corner. They got to be careful right now not to get in too big a side-by-side battle because Rapp will get away. And we didn't think that could happen, but the number 1's already trying to make a break.
And perhaps Kyle Wyman is thinking that. That's Wyman in the 3 spot. You got to look at number 45, Benny Carlson, back in the 4th spot. So they're beginning to get it sorted out up front. They are single file. Perhaps they can hear the PA. Well, they're not anymore. The battle for second rages up the hill, coming to the finish line here. It is fully on. A full-blown drag race down the straightaway with Tyler O'Hara and Kyle Wyman going for it.
And Eslick's made up 5 positions on the first lap, from 10th starting spot to 5th right now, and he knows he had to make that move quick, but Rapp's really got his head down this, like Wyman's in second now, trying to run the number 1 back down.
They're playing cards, and Carlson's a pretty good card player down the front stretch. He ended up in the 2nd spot somehow. Wyman was back in about 4th or 5th at the exit of 1. Kyle got a good start. He's got a good motorcycle under him today, and obviously he is not afraid to twist the grip on it here at Road America. He's looking for a little bit of redemption after Daytona.
Sure he is, and there's a lot of guys out here wanting something today. And look at Eslick down the inside. Oh, he takes 2 at one shot.
Don't look now, but a little double drafting action just went on under braking going into the corner. That orange and white machine in a full tuck in the 3 spot is the 2014 Daytona 200 winner on his sport bike. And here today, he looks like a man on a mission on the Harley. He did not get any practice or qualifying yesterday, only today, but he did about every available lap, every available moment today.
Well, he's a player in the game now. The top 5 have definitely gotten away from the rest of the pack already. And Eslick's moved up into that 3rd spot, made that look easy on Kyle Wyman and Benny Carlson as he outbroke both of those guys going into 5. But Rapp is so fast through the carousel. It's amazing how much time he's made on those guys. They've really got to figure something out.
Eslick knows it. He knows he's got to get the job done, and he'll come up to the 2 spot now. Well, Danny, already distancing himself about 5 bike lengths over O'Hara. He knows, as you said, if you give Steve Rapp an inch of daylight, he'll leave you in the dark, especially here at Road America. He's got this place wired, no doubt. But Danny Eslick's a man on a mission. He's got the throttle pinned all the way to the stops here, trying to run down our defending champ who's got the race lead. O'Hara is not turning loose, however. He's in the 3 spot, still within striking distance on second.
You got to keep it clean on these Harleys right now. They don't have a lot of horsepower. This is a track. It's not a stop and go track. It's a momentum track. So this will work in their favor. But any little mistake can be modified on this bike. You lose a bit of a drive, it's going to cost you. So you got to do everything just right.
Right there, heading into the final, out of the final corner and into the front stretch, Eslick turned all the way around and looked at Tyler O'Hara and patted the back of the motorcycle as if to say, dude, get in line, let's draft down this front straightaway. But O'Hara was having nothing of it. I think he feels like he can pull that freight train a little quicker. He challenges Eslick on the inside of turn number 1, but Eslick would not give up that spot, not yet.
It looks like they made some time back working that draft together up the front straight while Rapp's out front pushing the wind by himself. Those 2 bikes behind him working together did close the gap a little bit. Key for them is to get down here to turn 5 and kind of be a lot closer, because Rapp on that second half of the racetrack's really good.
Down Moraine sweep, a good drafting opportunity as well under the Sargento Bridge. And you're right, they have caught once again our race leader. There's a couple of riders off the pace. They just blew by, but we've got a 5-rider freight train up front that the fans, I believe, will be treated to an amazing finish here as we are working lap 2 of 7.
Well, you saw Tyler take a look over his shoulder, and Steve Rapp as he come out of turn 5 right there, and I think he thought he had a bit of a gap, but looks back and there's 29 is right there with him, and there's 3 other bikes behind him.
The unmistakable sound of a Vance Hines tuned Harley-Davidson XR 1200 coming up behind you cannot be missed. Perhaps he only turned around to see who it was. He knew what it was. American Thunder is what I'm talking about. Steve Rapp, so smooth, Scott. I'm always amazed at how little drama there is on his motorcycle.
I can't believe how fast he's going through the carousel. I mean, he's just leaving these guys in the dust. When they're right on his rear wheels, they exit turn 8. He goes into the carousel and he's got 15 bike lengths when he gets out of it.
Well, right now your top 5 is Steve Rapp, Tyler O'Hara, Danny Eslick, Kyle Wyman, and Benny Carlson. 6th through 10th is Eric Stump, Gage McAllister, Hayden Schultz, Ryan Kerr, and number 10, Josh Chisholm. Chisholm owns a couple of bikes in this battle. Tyler's doing well. He's got a couple of bike links on Eslick right now and still does have the leader in sight, but you really don't need to lose touch with him on the draft, do you?
No, I think you're going to see him pulling back a little bit as they come up the straight, just like last time, but the problem they have is the carousel. And that's a big deal because that's kind of the last part of the racetrack headed to the start-finish. So they got to figure something out here in a few laps.
We're headed to Barber Motorsports Park, and if you're anywhere in the central and southern region of the United States, make plans to be at Barber, because these Vance Hines Harley-Davidsons handle so cool on that tight racetrack. That'll be a show you want to watch. If you're watching us on Fans Choice and you want to see this class live, whoa, I saw it happen. He tucked the front, Scott.
That's Steve Rapp, the leader. Danny Eslick took the lead as they went into turn 1. Steve Rapp lost the front end of the bike, pumped a little bit, pitched him off. He's lucky Tyler O'Hara didn't run over him. That was really close right there, Barry.
It was actually a heads-up piece of riding by Tyler O'Hara, as now the number 1 plated motorcycle lies over there in the sand trap. Steve Rapp just walks away. I know he knows it's over for him here. Perhaps he saw something on the bike. Now the complexion changes because Slick is up front. Number 69, Danny Eslick, for the first time here at Road America in this race, he is pacing this field.
And he's really riding that thing hard. He backed that thing into turn 5 like nobody else that lap. Really made a big move. I didn't think they were close enough to make that pass in 1, but he came out of nowhere. Maybe he spooked Rapp a little bit, and Rapp made a mistake, and it cost him.
I did not see any contact whatsoever between the two of them. Doesn't mean it didn't happen, but I didn't see it. It just looked like he tucked the front a little bit, and as you said, those bikes have a tendency. Can you explain how they kind of bind up like they do?
Well, these bikes aren't designed to be road racers, number 1, so when things go wrong, it's really big. There's a lot of weight involved in the suspension. Once it starts tying itself up, when it unloads, it's never good. And we've seen some big crashes in this class throughout the years, and that was a small one, but just a little hiccup pitched Steve off, and he wasn't able to stay on the thing, and that opened the door for Danny and Kyle Wyman right here and Benny Carlson.
Well, Kyle Wyman is in the 2 spot, Benny Carlson in the 3 spot. These are 2 very good road racers. They're young, they're aggressive, they're talented, and they don't want to give this race up to the invader from outside, Danny Eslick, who's coming to try to take the money home. And Wyman says, if you don't mind, I'll lead this thing.
Well, it cost Tyler O'Hara big, too, though, down in turn 1. He's lost touch with this lead group. He's kind of out in no man's land right now, running in that 4th spot. I don't know if he'll be able to make that ground back up with 3 bikes working together. It's going to be real tough for him.
Benny Carlson at the halfway point in the event. We've got a local standing yellow here at start finish. Benny Carlson in the 3 spot. He may be in a good position. He's in the catbird seat, but they're going to fan out 3 wide in the draft. Looks like Springfield Mile Grand National flat track racing as they head down to turn number 1, 3 wide. Eslick moves over, so would you give me an inch or two there as he pushes on Carlson. Eslick style all the way.
Benny had that line on the outside. That was a nice one move right there. I was wondering who was going to win that braking contest. The 45, Ben Carlson won that. 33 in second now, and Eslick decides to fall back in line. He knows he's got the speed, and he knows he's got the skill to win this race. He's just got to be smart at this point.
So they've got about 15 bike links on Tyler O'Hara right now, and then Tyler's got a good bit of gap back to Eric Stump, Hayden Schultz, Ryan Kerr, and others. So it is a 3-rider battle at the moment for who is going to stand atop the box. Eslick, under hard braking, makes a sweet inside move. The thing is, can he keep it on the bottom? That's a tough place on the racetrack to do it, and he apparently did, but Wyman got a good drive. Or Carlson, I couldn't tell.
I think that's Wyman, because we've seen that a lot in turn 5. It's easy to go down the inside and make the move, but holding that line and getting that drive out, very difficult. The only thing is it just goes right up the hill to turn 6, so doesn't allow too many guys to get by you like that, just one in that case.
If you're a big fan of handlebar to handlebar type cornering and bumping and a lot of hand signals and drafting, you're going to love the Vance Hines Harley-Davidson Series. Look at Eslick out on the outside. He's done this all race long effectively.
Tried that long way around like Rapp was so good at it. Now he's going to drive to the inside as they go into the bend, takes over that lead spot again, and they're going to fire that thing down that kettle bottom straightaway, head to Cannon Corner. It'll be another braking duel at the end of this straightaway, Barry.
Scott Russell, how much confidence do you have to have in those Dunlop tires rolling it in there on the outside like that?
Yeah, I mean, these guys know what these tires are capable of. They've run on them for years, and Dunlop builds a great product, so they're not worried about that. They know they got a good tire underneath them, and they're just riding the wheels off these things right now. They're
swapping the lead at each and every corner now. That is Wyman in the 2 spot. Eslick up front. Carlson gets up in the mix on occasion on the draft. He may be doing more strategizing than worrying about track position right now. I'm talking about Carlson. I'm calling him a sleeper. I believe he's got more than he's showing us here. Time will tell. We're working lap 4 of 7.
Another drag race coming up the front straightaway, drafting contest. It's like who's going to outbreak who when they get down. These 3 guys are tied together as they come down the front straight last time. Carlson won that braking duel. Let's see if he can do it again.
I love this shot coming into turn number 1. You can see him setting up out of the draft and hard braking. It'll be Eslick winning the shutoff contest. Kyle Wyman will run it, lean it in there in the 2 spot. Carlson maybe perhaps choosing to just ride right there in that 3 spot. Or not. He may be giving it his all. I'm not sure. We don't know that. What do you think?
I think these guys are all out, to be honest with you. I don't think there's much saving anything. I don't think there's much left in speed as far as that goes for these guys. I could be wrong. But really, they're kind of racing hard right now, and it could be they could go a little quicker if they quit passing each other so much, but they're going for it right now.
3 wide.
And Tyler's closer this time. He's made a little bit of ground on these guys, so the more they start racing like that, that's going to allow the 29 to maybe get back up there in contention with them.
We understand that. The 97 machine, Nick Hansen, rider, has been penalized for jumping the start. A 10-second penalty will go on his time at the conclusion of this race for beating that light. You know, it's anticipating that light. It's a fine line. Get it right, you're a hero. And if you mistime it, you get a little bit of a penalty. But a lot of the rider team owners will tell you if their rider never jumps a start, perhaps they're not anticipating that light closely enough. I guess there's a couple of schools of thought on that.
Well, you asked me about how hard I think they're going. There is more in the tank, I can promise you, because Tyler O'Hara just showed it. He was 1 second quicker than the whole lead group right now. So these guys battling around back and forth is going to allow the 29 to maybe get back on him. He's running out of time quick, though.
Well, he is. We're working lap 5 of 7 right now, but you can still see him. He's clearly in the camera shot and obviously closing a little bit. And as these guys run side by side, as much as they are, Tyler's got to be loving that. That's really the only hope he's got, isn't it?
He's really close right now. Just a bobble from any of these guys right here and some more swapping, but it's going to be a tall order to do this in one lap. And catching them's one thing, passing them's another.
That's a classic time to use that age-old truth right there, as Danny Eslick shows some strength on the inside of Wyman, and he thus far has got it done if he can keep it on the tarmac, and he does. So Eslick will make the move up into the 2 spot, but just as quickly as he takes the spot, it is retaken from him.
It's so key to get that drive, and when you dive up the inside, you kind of lose that drive, but I don't think anybody out here wants to win more than that number 45, Ben Carlson.
That's what we call a double draft right there. Eslick was in the 3 spot, and he drafted by the first and second position riders. Little double draft action, you can make that happen.
It's kind of funny, you watch Eslick, he had time to look over his shoulder, see if anybody's there, and there they are. And that's who he's looking for. Somebody outbrake me so I can get a toe down this straightaway.
You're not going to intimidate Kyle Wyman, number 33. Not only is Kyle an excellent racer, but he's a really good businessman as well. He's got a good head on his shoulders and a beautiful future ahead of him, I believe.
Hey, look who's joined the party. That 29 has caught these guys right now, and he'll do it right here on the brakes in 5. And he is a player now in this game again.
Whoa, he had to get on the binders real hard to keep from running over everybody under the draft there at the end of the straightaway. Tyler O'Hara's back in it, ladies and gentlemen. Number 29 will make this a little bit larger freight train up front now.
He was over a second that last lap faster, and that's how he's done it. So these guys better not make any more mistakes. He's already put it on Benny right now. He's going to try to cover the inside as they break down into 8 and try not to let Carlson back by him. That did not happen. That's perfect. He's held that 3rd position. Watch the 29.
And Kyle Wyman, number 33, he looks at each corner entrance. He takes a look on the inside of Danny Eslick. And Eslick is not giving him any racing room down at the bottom whatsoever yet. Nor has he put a wheel wrong here. Wyman got a good drive out of that corner, trying to come to the bottom of the racetrack. Nothing doing there. That's O'Hara, number 29, in the 3 spot.
Well, we saw Kyle Wyman draft by Danny before the start-finish line last time around. He's in a perfect spot to maybe make that happen again right here, but we still got some stuff to decide as they get to Canada Corner down here.
No question, the last time through Canada Corner, it is on for all the marbles here at Road America today. Kyle Wyman leading this field with Danny Eslick in tow. The 29 of O'Hara will be overtaken here by Benny Carlson, number 45. What's Benny got? Has he got more than he's been showing? We're going to know all of those answers in a moment as Kyle Wyman comes to the lead on this white flag lap coming to the stripe.
Carlson's in a good spot. Essex both. I think Wyman could be the sitting duck. We'll see. He's such a little guy. He can hide from the wind.
And he got a great drive out of the final corner coming here to the stripe. The drafting is at a premium here. Might run out of time, and Kyle Wyman is going to win Road America.
Perfectly played by the 33.
Perfectly played, said a man who has perfectly played many, many races over the years. I like this. All the riders coming by celebrating with number 33, Kyle Wyman. They all know they just had a great race, and they just put on a good show and had a ton of fun.
Fans, I had to love that. It was fun to call that one. I hope the next 2 we got coming are the same.
Let's just enjoy this cool-down lap here as Danny Eslick will no doubt do some fun stuff. He'll tag him on the knee and say, good job, son. A lot of camaraderie here. When they put the helmets on and go to work, it's strictly war, but between these guys, there's a lot of history, most of it good. Big time wheel stands and fun is having by all fans here at the racetrack. I hope you enjoyed that Vance Hines Harley-Davidson Series race. FansChoice.tv folks as well. That is indicative of what happens at each and every round of this series with the Vance Hines Harley-Davidson riders. And what about that Kyle Wyman? He made the move when he needed to. Scott came to the front and was able to get a great drive out of 14 and hold on to the seat.
Well, we saw some great things from Kyle at Daytona, you know, and he's won there before. He had a little issue down there this year, but he knows how to get to the stripe first in this class. He's almost become a master at it. I think that was a perfect example of that right there, and what a hard-fought race, but to really put yourself in a position to get to the stripe first, it really takes a lot of thinking and a lot of prep, and Kyle did a great job. Danny did a great job coming back being injured, and I think we're going to see a lot more from Eslick here in a little while.
Let's look a little deeper in our finishing order here as Kyle Wyman, number 33, will bring that Millennium Technologies machine to the head of the class. Danny Eslick, number 69, a hard-fought second place here in our first race of the day. Benny Carlson, number 45, what a great heads-up race he rode. He'll be on third place on our victory podium coming up shortly. Tyler O'Hara got shuffled out of a podium finish there, as we saw, with 3 or so to go. Lost touch, was able to catch back up, get in the mix, but he'll be 1 spot short of a podium. He'll be 4th here at the end of this one. Number 51, Gage McAllister, 5th. Ryan Kerr rode a great race. He'll be in 6th. Hayden Schultz, 7th. Eric Stump in the 8th spot. Nick Hansen, 9th. And Josh Chisholm, number 10, will be your 10th place finisher here this afternoon. And ladies and gentlemen, you may be interested to know that Chelina Morita finished 15th here this afternoon, number 93, with a good ride. She started a little deeper than that in the field. I think she started in the 18th starting spot, so she made up a couple of positions during that one. When we come back, we will go direct to our victory podium celebration and try to catch these riders as soon as their skid lids come off. We'll be there. Vance Hines is pleased to be associated with AMA Pro Racing to bring you the Vance Hines Harley-Davidson Series. This series features Harley-Davidson motorcycles, specially modified with Vance Hines race kit parts. Vance Hines also provides the finest exhaust systems for your street or off-road motorcycle. For more information, visit www.vanceandhines.com. There he is right there coming up the hill, headed towards the winter circle. Look at this beautiful wheelie here on the front stretch. Who says you can't do a nice wheel stand on a Vance Hines XR1200? Ask Danny Eslick. He'll show you in a New York minute as he backs it in to our podium here. It's going to be fun. I'm sure Kyle's dad, Bill, and his mom, Kim, will all be there to say hello and welcome the young man in. There's Eslick getting a high five of one of the AMA Pro officials, getting a good look at number 45, Benny Carlson. What can you say? He rode that Suburban Motors Harley excellent today, but that's the man who's going to enjoy the spoils of victory on the Millennium Technologies Harley-Davidson XR1200. Big congratulations coming here from the team. That's his mom, Kim. She's waiting her turn. Nice job, son. You won Road America. What a moment for the Wyman family here. Very, very excited for this young man. He found the top of the box in a field of very competitive Vance Hines Harley-Davidson competitors. Very, very cool race. There's Richard Kime. He's hanging out down there with Cortec, congratulating Kyle. Guy's passionate about what this racing thing's all about. He loves Road America. He's handing Kyle a big old cold bottle of water. Kyle says, I'll take it. Kyle Wyman has won Road America, ladies and gentlemen. And it's a good thing for him and the team. Let's go down trackside for all the celebrations with our Christy Lee.
Down here in Victory Circle with number 33, Kyle Wyman. Outstanding performance out there. I know this bike is difficult to ride, but you certainly rode the wheels off it and fought for a great battle. Congratulations on the win.
Yeah, definitely difficult to ride. You can ask Steve Rapp about that. He took a wild ride there. I was very lucky not to hit him there, and man, that was huge. But this This is really good for me. This is redemption. I came here with a mission, and the mission was to win at home race for Millennium Technologies. Thank you to Ballistic Performance Components, Lucas Oil, Celsius Solutions, my mom, it was her birthday yesterday, my dad, my uncle, Chip, Ryan, Betsy, Paul, Lenny, Nitron Suspension, Cortec Leathers, Arai helmets, Hell gloves, CD boots, K&N filters. It goes on, and that's why we have such a strong program, is because we have so much support. And I want to wish a very special happy birthday to my good friend Megan, who's here, special guest. She has progeria, rapid aging disease, and today's her 14th birthday.
Excellent, Kyle Wood. So great to see all your family and, of course, all your sponsors here supporting you in your win today. Our winner for our Vance Hines Harley-Davidson Racing Series, number 33, Kyle Wyman and the KWR Racing Team. Let's see if we can catch up with our second place finisher today, number 69, Danny Eslick. I think we can grab him really quickly right here. Danny, wild race out there. A lot of action on the race course, back and forth the entire time. Tell us about that.
Oh, that was so much fun. The race at Daytona on the Harley wasn't quite like our one in sport bike, so we had to come redeem ourselves. I won the championship on this deal, and these guys have been riding hard. The year that me and Jake Holden did it, it was a little more for fun. These guys are riding hard, and I just can't thank the Dealey Racing and Ruthless Racing, Darren James, mechanics, everybody that's busting their butts to let me come out here and just have some fun and try to make a little money on this XR 1200, the Vance Hines Series. Thanks to Vance Hines for doing it, and hey man, just everybody, thank you.
There you have it, our second place finisher today in the Vance Hines Harley-Davidson Racing Series, number 69, Danny Eslick. Let's catch up with our third place finisher this afternoon right here from Winner's Circle, number 45, Benny Carlson. Benny, when we spoke earlier before the race, you were feeling confident, feeling strong. Obviously that came through, and you found what you were looking for out there on the track. Definitely a difficult race, but congratulations on third.
Yeah, thanks. We found some good speed. We were going to run a good lap times. I think we got the chassis where we're going to probably keep it for the year. It felt really good. But, hey, coming up short at your home track, that kind of stinks. But we'll be back for round 3. And just want to say thanks to all the fans and stuff like that came out, all my friends. And can't say enough for Aerostar Global Logistics, Suburban Speed Shop, the whole Help family, Joe, and Chris Wine and everything for putting this program together. We really appreciate it. Thanks.
Third place finisher today, number 45, Benny Carlson. We'll get things prepped and ready for our podium, and that's our top 3 here at Winner's Circle. We'll throw it back up to Barry for just a moment.